as the safety meets at Hacienda take that area slow until they can get that cleared. If you've got a tip for us, you can always call us from the KNX Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line 323-467-1070. Next report at 11:55. With more reports more often, KNX News 97.1 FM.
Temperatures drop slightly today for our inland spots. As we head into tomorrow, we'll continue to feel a little bit more relief with numbers in the low 70s for our beaches. We're looking at upper 70s for LA Inland Orange County, upper 80s and low 90s for the valleys and the Inland Empire. Mountains will be in the mid-80s and upper 90s expected in the high desert. As we head into later in the week, expect numbers to start to rise by the weekend. With Southern California's most accurate and dependable forecast, I'm CBS 2's Olga Spina for KX News 97.1 FM.
95 degrees right now in Palm Springs. In Irvine, it's 65 and 63 in Beverly Hills. It's 11:47 on KX News 97.1 FM. Just ahead of the All-Star Game at Dodger Stadium, concession workers vote to walk off the job at any moment.
A spokeswoman for the food and beverage workers says 99% of membership voted to strike. No specifics, but she says many of the 1,500 members of Workers Unite Here Local 11 want a fair new union contract and struggle to stay housed and make ends meet. No comment yet from Chicago-based Levy Restaurants, which runs the concession. All-Star festivities at Dodger Stadium begin Saturday and end with the game itself next Tuesday. Major League Baseball Players Association issued a statement supporting the concession workers. Art Sanders, KNX News 97.1 FM.
We're learning more about the man accused of attacking Olympic volleyball star Kim Glass over the weekend. The suspect is a homeless man who has a record of assault.
2008 Olympian and fashion model Kim Glass was walking out of a restaurant at 8th and Olive with friends standing next to their car when a homeless man approached from around 20 feet away and for unknown reasons lobbed a 10-inch long, 1/4 inch diameter threaded steel bolt weighing about a half a pound at her, hitting her in the face, causing cuts, lacerations, and bruising. LAPD Sergeant Myra Viafana was among the officers who jumped the attacker after witnesses turned him over to police. And she says he was talking to himself angrily before the incident.
Suspect spontaneously stated that he was angry at something that previously had happened to him and threw that bolt in an unknown direction, not intending to strike anyone.
The suspect, now identified as 51-year-old Simeon Tisfamarian, is on active parole for a past assault with a deadly weapon charge. The same charge detectives plan to submit to the DA's office on Tuesday. In downtown LA, Pete Demetrio, KNX News 97.1 FM.
The soccer star has joined LAFC. The team formally introduced five-time Champions League winner Gareth Bale at a press conference today. The Wales captain says he plans to stay in LA for a few years.
I haven't come here just to be here for 6 months, 12 months. I've come here to try and be here as long as possible. I want to do as well as I can. I want to try and make my mark on this league, on this team. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the future. It's not just a short thing, as I said.
Bale played at Real Madrid in Spain and Tottenham Hotspur in England before making the move to the U.S. He was in attendance on Friday when LAFC beat the crosstown rival LA Galaxy. Bale helped Wales qualify for this winter's World Cup in Qatar. It will be Wales' first World Cup appearance since 1958. A proposal that aims to prohibit the building of new gas stations in the city of LA is expected to get a hearing this summer. According to Councilman Paul Perez, only about 2 or 3 a year, and he tells KNX
each one will eventually lead to cause pollution problems, and that's what it depends on. There has to be some very extensive mitigation with hundreds of gas stations, and really a glut of them in the city of Los Angeles. There's no reason for us to permit new ones.
His motion calls for an ordinance to be drafted to prohibit any new fossil fuel pumps in the city and for any expansions of existing gas stations to be limited to serving zero-emission vehicles. Kevin Slagle, a spokesperson for the Western States Petroleum Association, tells KNX.
If Los Angeles makes a commodity that everybody uses every single day except for to find, likely going to lead to higher costs down the road.
Several cities in Northern California have already banned the construction of new gas stations. Margaret Carrero, KNX News, 97.1 FM.
Taking a look at your money news with Bloomberg's Larry Kofsky.
The battle between Twitter and Elon Musk over his now canceled deals to buy the company is just getting started. No matter the outcome, one group is almost certain to be a big winner. Prominent Wall Street firms whose fees could swell to 8 figures. Both sides are wiring up. Twitter expects to file suit this week. The takeover battle for Spirit Airlines drags on. The shareholder vote on a proposed merger with Frontier Airlines having already been postponed 3 times. Frontier is asking Spirit for yet another delay, saying it is still very far from winning enough support. Spirit is also being pursued by JetBlue. Cosmetics retailer Sephora has become the latest brand to withdraw from Russia following the invasion of Ukraine. It has agreed to sell its 88 stores in Russia to a local operator. The stores have been closed since March 8th, just after the invasion began. We check your money at 20 and 50 after every hour. I'm Bloomberg's Larry Costin, KNX News 97.1 FM.
If you have certain chronic conditions, such as heart disease, asthma, diabetes, and you're 19 years of age or older, 52, 36, 42, you may be at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, pneumococcal semi-annual conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect against pneumococcal pneumonia in just 1 dose. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weak immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most commonly reported side effect was pain at the injection site. For additional common side effects and full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com. I'm going to ask my doctor about getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20.
Declare your independence from the electric company.
Secretary of Electric Bill, on up and up.
We have the same blackout.
We'll have these subtracted.
With your local veteran-owned solar and battery storage contractor.
It's got to be different. We got to keep our word. We have to do the right thing for the customers. We're hard to keep the word. The savings are better than what I expected. My math bill was actually a credit. In my experience, I would go with number.
I want the 18. I want the best. This was the 18 from the beginning to the end. They have been the best.
Semper offers new AC systems with a lifetime warranty and new roofs with 50-year warranty. Go solar American style with Semper Solaris. 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest until 2023. Get the federal 26% solar battery tax credit. $500 downloadable coupon. Offer military first responders and healthcare workers. Call 877-208-2184. For all offers, call and see website for details. Offer expires 7/31/2022. See your study number 978-152.
2 minutes away from a second-view drive with an iconic hotel in Studio City may be torn down to make way for new housing. The owners of Sportsman's Lodge have already created a multi-million-dollar retail center on the site of the former banquet hall where many weddings and other big events were held over the years. Now they're planning to replace the famed hotel with more than 500 apartments, 78 of which would be subsidized affordable housing.
The hotel has been run down. I'm just something on that land that benefits the community.
That's Stuart Waldman, president of the Valley Industry and Commerce Association. He says they support the project.
Architecture, mid-century, it's going to be pretty consistent. Shop.
Known as the Residences at Sportsman's Lodge, the proposed project would also include new retail and restaurant space. Margaret Carrero, KNX 97.1 FM. What's a burger without fries? They're finding out in rush hour. They're dealing with a critical shortage of French fries. And that's it. Restaurants are limiting supply chain disruptions, partly with the war in Ukraine and Western sanctions. A potato harvest last year has also left Russia with limited stock. Folks at Valve 5 will return to venues in full this fall. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News. It's 11:55. Traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 5. Here's Tanya Campos. So let's start in Orange County, where your drive will be affected if you're on the 405. And it looks like in both directions, we do have a full freeway closure on the southbound side of the 405 in Costa Mesa. That is shut down at Fairview. That northbound side, you're going to be diverted off the freeway in Fountain Valley, 405 north at Brookhurst.
is a full freeway closure. They're doing some bridge work, so they needed that section of the freeway shut down. We do have a bit of slowing also on the 405 heading southbound right from Volta Peak to Springdale. That is also for bridge work. A couple of lanes closed there. If you're traveling downtown, the driver some pretty good shape. A little bit of slowing on the westbound 60 as you head through Boyle Heights and connect onto the 10 freeway. And then we've got a connector closed now, the southbound 110 to the north and south 101. And you've got a little bit of slowing in Burbank for the northbound 5 that is closed from Olive to Verdugo. It's a couple of lanes, actually. Next report at 11:05 with more reports more often. KNX News 97.1 FM. Highs anywhere tomorrow from the 70s at the beaches to 100 in the desert areas. It's going to be warm the rest of the week. Right now in Torrance, partly cloudy, 63.
Baseball, basketball, soccer, tennis. No matter what your team is, defense matters. Same thing goes for COVID-19. Help protect yourself with a booster shot. Now recommended for people 5 years and older. Schedule an appointment as soon as you are eligible following completion of your primary series. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
Attention, this is an important notice for anyone who has been implanted with a Cartiva toe implant. Cartiva is a synthetic cartilage implant that is used to treat great toe arthritis, and recent reports indicate that Cartiva implant has a greater than expected failure rate. Once the implant fails, it can cause component fracture, inflammation, infection, and allergic reactions. Symptoms of a failed Cartiva implant can also include debilitating pain, immobility, throbbing sensations, and decreased range of motion. As a result, additional surgery or revision surgery may be necessary. If you or a loved one were implanted with a Cartiva Great Toe implant and later suffered implant failure or other injury, you may be entitled to significant cash compensation. Call us now at 800-352-0238. Our experienced attorneys will fight to get you the compensation you deserve, and you pay nothing unless there's a recovery in your favor. Time is limited to file a claim, so call now. 800-352-0238. That's 800-352-0238. Again, 800-352-0238.
1877 cars for kids. K-A-R-S cars for kids. 1877 cars for kids. Donate your cars today.
With gas prices at all-time highs, now's the time to donate. Running or not, your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Donate your car today at carsforkids.org.
1877 cars for kids. Donate your car today.
Summer is here. Stay in or get outside. Discover the unique all-new curved display screen of the iconic BMW 3 Series. Breeze through the mountains in a BMW X3 and take on even more adventures with your BMW X5 and its ample capacity to store all your gear. Because life isn't meant to be spent indoors. This year, summer adventure starts with a drive. Summer on. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
Visit SoCalBMW.com today for exceptional offers during the BMW Summer On Sales event.
So we were trying to come up with a title for this podcast. Let's have a shorter name that's catchier, kind of speaks to you. And my wife, Gretchen, says, what about Hey Mame? Hey Mame. Hey Mame. Gave in, just like I gave in when she wanted a cat. But I get to keep my subtitle, the Kenny Mayne Talks to Famous People podcast. So, Hey Mayne, the Kenny Mayne Talks to Famous People podcast. Gets out wherever you get your podcast. I think that's the tagline.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. KNX News 97.1 FM.
KNX
News 97.1 FM.
Everything you need, every time you listen.
Coming up, our top local story, a pursuit involving a man who allegedly stole a car with a 2-year-old boy inside, plus copper wire stolen in Pasadena. I'm Maggie McKay. These stories, plus traffic every 10 minutes on the 5. Coming up in 5 minutes, this is KNX News 97.1 FM. It's 12:10 night.
News on the hour, sponsored by Liberty Mutual Insurance. I'm Christopher Cruz in Washington. Police in Southern California are looking for a hooded gunman who they say killed 2 people and wounded 3 others in robberies at 6 7-Eleven stores in Southern California. It happened before dawn on Monday, 7/11. Jim Hirsch is the father of a clerk who was killed.
I never thought of the commotion in the world right now with a substance. It isn't in my breath.
7-Eleven recommended that all of its stores in Los Angeles close Monday night. The January 6th Investigating Committee on Tuesday will focus on the role of far-right groups in the insurrection.
The committee is expected to drill down into a December 2020 White House meeting allegedly involving Trump associates like Rudy Giuliani and Michael Flynn, and allegedly discussing possible of voting machines. Maryland Democrat Jamie Raskin will lead today's hearings, and will also talk about the mobilization of the mob by far-right groups on January 6th.
We need Americans to look very carefully at what happened.
Another committee member is expecting your excerpts from last Friday's White House Counsel at some of the national mortgage buildings have changed, but it's building. CBS's Jonathan Quality is there.
A more immediate concern are plans so intense that the fire is creating ozone weather. Updrafts are sending debris into the skies. One air taker reported a near miss.
Well, France went right over the top of us, pretty good size. I don't want to take a chance of busting a window on an airplane or hurting an aircraft.
Another assault weapons ban.
30 rounds. Hundreds of bullets in a matter of minutes.
The legal battle between Elon Musk and Twitter is heating up, says CBS's Jamie Yukas.
Elon Musk, the world's richest man, was in a laughing mood releasing this tweet mocking Twitter's lawsuit after he bailed on a takeover on Friday, saying, "They said I couldn't buy Twitter. Now they want to force me to buy Twitter in court." Brett Taylor, Twitter CEO, says the company plans to take Musk to court to enforce the transaction on the $54 per share price tag that Musk agreed to buy the company.
Administration officials say Iran is going to sell hundreds of unmanned aerial vehicles, including drones capable of carrying weapons, to Russia, which would use the drones in Ukraine. Administration officials say Iran is preparing to train Russian troops how to use the UAVs as soon as this month. This is CBS News.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Visit libertymutual.com to learn more.
In a second. Can you see if we have more apple wash? Mona's thrift store is the spot for killer vintage finds. Oh, that looks fabulous on you. Hey, can you do the register? But her sales clerk situation feels pretty threadbare.
Yeah, let me clear out that fitting room.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Earn up to $500 in sponsored job credits by conducting interviews on Indeed. Visit Indeed.com/credits. Terms and conditions apply.
Chances are you're jamming in your car right now. And since Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance, so you only pay for what you need, Lulu and I are going to show you some safe car dancing. Hit it. Everybody, check your blind spots real quick. Now hands on the wheel. Put them 10 in 2 and move your head like a bird do. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
CBS News has confirmed that the Justice Department has begun an antitrust investigation with the PGA.
The investigation comes after the PGA said member golfers would be expelled from the tour if they participated in the LIV circuit, which is backed by Saudi Arabia. Big names like Phil Mickelson, Dustin Johnson, and Bryson DeChambeau have defected to LIV, which many see as Saudi Arabia's attempt to improve an image that's tainted by human rights issues. PGA spokesman tells CBS News the investigation was, quote, not unexpected. We went through this in 1994. We are confident in a similar outcome. Peter King, CBS News.
A 70-year-old registered sex offender from Nevada has been charged in the 1982 killing of a 5-year-old girl who disappeared while walking to her kindergarten class in California. Police say they linked Robert Lanou of Reno, Nevada, to the case using DNA evidence. Christopher Cruz, CBS News.
This is KNX News, 97.1 FM, Southern California's only 24-hour local news and traffic station. I'm Art Sanders. Top local stories at 12:05. A man who allegedly stole a car with a child inside is arrested. A rapper who made reference to unemployment fraud in a music video is arrested. But first, traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 5s. Here's Tanya Campos.
We've got a crash to report in Studio City. This is the 101 North at Vineland Avenue. All lanes are stopped right now.
that two-car crash is blocking the off-ramp, so they're trying to get that removed. On the 10 East in Normandy, as you're heading into downtown, we've got a brake being run, or they're about to run one. HP will stop lanes to remove